America Newscape shares History Matters. History Matters. March 16 through March 31, 2024 via the Grateful American Book Prize. A bi-weekly feature courtesy of the Grateful American Book Prize showing our children that their past is prelude to their future by John Grimaldi and David Bruce Smith. On March 16, 1903, the storied judge, Roy Bean, died from natural causes. Early on, he had lived as an outlaw until he inched over to the right side of justice. But even now, rumors still circulate. It is said, for example, that he charged a dead man for carrying a 6 gun, and then took $40 from his pocket. History.com tells us that, for about 16 years, Bean lived a prosperous and relatively legitimate life as a San Antonio businessman. In 1882, he moved to southwest Texas, where he built his famous saloon, the Jersey Lillie, and founded the hamlet of Langtry. Saloon and town alike were named for the famous English actress, Lillie Langtry. Bean had never met Langtry, but he had developed an abiding affection for the beautiful actress after seeing a drawing of her in an illustrated magazine. For the rest of his life, he avidly followed Langtry's career in theater magazines. The Grateful American Book Prize recommends Judge Roy Bean Country by Jack Skiles. 68 years ago, Elvis the Pelvis, the king of rock and roll, revved up his singing career, and catapulted into a speedy sensation. 2 years later on March 24, 1958 he was inducted into the U.S. Army. There would be huge changes in Elvis's life during his 2 years in the Army, according to History.com. He would meet a 14-year-old Priscilla Beaulieu while in Germany, and he would watch while a new crop of teen idols took over the limelight on the U.S. pop scene. In the spring of 1960, Elvis would return to his rightful throne, but his Army years mark a clear line of separation between the old Elvis and the new. Behind Elvis Presley lay records like That's All Right, Mama, and Jailhouse Rock. Ahead of lay songs like Aloha Oh, and Pocketful of Rainbows, and films like Harem Scarum and Clambake. He died of heart failure in 1977 at the age of 42. The Grateful American Book Prize recommends Peter Guralnick's Last Train to Memphis, The Rise of Elvis Presley. When he purchased Alaska from Russia on March 30, 1867, Secretary of State William H. Seward paid 2 cents per acre, a transaction that was dismissed by Horace Greeley's New York Tribune as Seward's folly and President Andrew Johnson's Polar Bear Garden. But at 663,267 square miles and America's largest state, it has produced billions of dollars in gold, oil, fish, furs, and timber. History.com says that at the time, Horace Greeley, editor of the New York Tribune, led the opposition, writing, among other things, that most of Alaska was a burden, not worth taking as a gift. Some senators were equally skeptical, with one joking to his colleagues that he would support taking possession of the land only if Seward be compelled to live there. Yet that same senator failed in an attempt to delay the proceedings, and the treaty ended up being approved on April 9, 1867, by a 37-2 vote. The Grateful American Book Prize recommends Alaska, a history by Claus M. Nask and Herman E. Slotnick. Please visit facebook.com/Grateful American Book Prize and please consider subscribing to this channel and visit their website grateful-american-book-prize.com.